What's up guys, it's Hap Hannigan. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Felix. And I've been kind of on the ropes about how to feel about Felix, how good he's probably going to be and all that kind of stuff, and all the above obviously. And I think that there is some potential here, right, for him to be a really good hero, but there's obviously not enough knowledge yet, and I think he's really going to need to be tested before I give my final say on him. I think that the two new heroes have been kind of in this weird position where I'm I think that they could be good, but I don't know, and I'm kind of on the fence. And the same was with Chasey, and one big reason is because I don't understand how her basic attack's going to work exactly. If there's going to be diminished value from her basic attack damage, and I probably should have said that better in my other video so people understood what I meant when I said that, and I just don't know yet. So maybe I'll talk about it in a future video where I'm recovering both the heroes. But yeah, we will cover him now and just give a first look because I thought that that was kind of justice. And let's do this. To start off, there is the lucky roulette, obviously. So lucky roulette woohoo means that he is much more obtainable for the average player. Look at his first skill. He does have a basic attack, steal bonus damage. The damage factor is 3.1k, and that if you get this to level 5, and it does tick for 5 seconds, meaning that this skill can do up to 15.5k skill damage, so that is a pretty nice amount. Each basic attack will also reduce the skill damage by up to 10% here for 2 seconds, and this was a little bit confusing to me, and it was kind of explained, and I still am a little bit confused, but from what I'm understanding, the basic attack should be within these 2 seconds maybe, so this should be 20% worth of skill damage reduction. If I'm wrong there, somebody correct me. It's a little bit confusing because I think the explanation here just confuses me, and it's the same with the third skill, which I'll get to. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time I was like, what the heck? That doesn't make sense. Second skill. So Rider Squad travel speed increases by up to 18%, increased by up to 18%, and reduces the counter damage taken. It doesn't say it right here. It's so weird. Counter damage taken by up to 44%. Personally, I'm not a terribly big fan of reduction in counter damage taken. To be fair, this can be very useful, especially if you're swarming stuff, you're doing murder balls, whatever the case, maybe you're swarming rallies, whatever the case, right? It can be very useful. I just am not the biggest fan of the whole counter damage reduction. I mean, to be fair, this is a good skill in general. I'm just as an individual, it's not my favorite thing, and I don't care for it as much as some other stuff. But overall, this skill isn't bad. It's just not a favorite in my book. But I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna toss it out the window because I don't like it. Third skill. Basic attacks have a 20% chance to increase all damage dealt by oneself. And this one was kind of confusing to me, and from how it was explained. So let's say you have this skill at level 5. You have this 1.8%, right, increase in damage taken, and you have a 20% chance to trigger this. So let's say you trigger it once, and you can trigger this apparently or potentially all the way up to 18%, right? So basically what happens is you have a 20% chance to re-trigger it, and just imagine that you're getting 1.8%, 1.8%, 1.8%, and it's just restacking on each other. That's how it sounded to me, and that would actually make sense. Let me try to actually... the heck? And that would actually make sense to me. So from how it sounds, you just basically stack it over these 10 seconds. That's based on how lucky you are, obviously, because it's very unlikely that you're gonna get it all the way up to 18%, because this is a 20% trigger rate, right? So you're more likely to maybe land at 7.5 or 9% regularly. You know what I mean? At bad. Well, sorry. That's my bad. It's not 7.5 or this is what it can go up to. So you basically maybe land at just multiply this 2 times, or multiply this 3 times, or multiply this 4 times. Whatever the case, either way, you guys get my point, right? It's basically depending on how lucky you are, this can stack up for, during the duration of those the 10 seconds and whatever. If you need a better explanation, comment down. I know I'm like sometimes bad when explaining that stuff. Like I can sometimes be all over the place, and then I leave some people confused. So if you are confused, leave a comment, and maybe I can explain it a little bit better down in the comment section. And better yet, I might actually leave a comment and just pin it to explain that, because I think some people might get confused by that. Fourth skill, increases rider squad attack by up to 32%. When taking skill damage, it increases your own squad attack by up to 16%. Don't mind it. It seems like an alright skill, you know, decent squad attack, and then you also have the additional, you know, actual squad attack here, you know, if you're taking skill damage. So I can't bump it. I don't think like the skill set is anything extraordinary to the point where I'm like jumping out of my chair. It's not bad, but you know, I'm still in my seat about how good he's gonna be or how bad he's gonna be. Just in general, we gotta really kind of see this. Awaken skill performs an additional basic attack every 10 seconds. This basic attack grants 70 rage and will not trigger trigger counter attacks from the enemy. I actually don't mind the skill, this awaken skill. It seems pretty decent. I'm not really 100% sure how crazy it'll be, but it does seem decent, especially that it's going to be recovering rage and, you know, an additional basic attack. Nobody can complain about that. It doesn't seem like anything crazy, but it's still a pretty decent, pretty solid skill. So we'll really have to see, and I really want to see some tests with him, be it on the field. And yeah, that is really about it. I mean, I just wanted to cover the skills. I really don't have enough knowledge yet to comprehend how good he's gonna be or not. And I really want to hear what you guys have to think. If you guys think he's going to be worth it, if he's going to be worth the investment, if you think he's better than some of these other heroes, like, you know, do you think he's going to be better than Bella? Do you think he's going to be better than Elena? Or do you think he's just going to be kind of among them? And I kind of feel that he's going to be among them, right? Like they're all kind of head to head or just barely above each other, because, you know, that's kind of how I felt for a while, and I actually like it being like this, and the fact that it is kind of hard for me to tell what is better, what is not, because I don't think that it's changed the meta for riders so much, right? And it makes them kind of balanced compared to some other like range heroes, for example, whereas like Julia came out and she just totally tops up Chun, and you know, other heroes just in general. And you know, I don't think there's been a big change in how good rider heroes are or aren't compared to each other, and it kind of doesn't force players to feel like they're inclined to invest in the next best rider hero, their next best whatever hero, you know. So you guys let me know what you guys think, how you guys feel about this, and if you guys think he's gonna be a goated hero. Okay, I do appreciate you guys always for watching though. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And that is about it. Peace out.